If you're watching after the live stream, we're going to wait a couple minutes, see if anybody hops on before we start talking about stuff. So, just going to do a little live, maybe 10, 20 minutes, something like that, before the lift. Nope. Writing my workout down, and I think all my pens are dead. But I got this trusty green marker that works just right. Nope, looks like we got someone. Thanks for watching. We're going to talk about Turtle Man 2. We're going to talk about the super matches. And we're going to talk about more arm wrestling stuff. So if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. The event, there's two events. So Friday will be the super matches. The first match will start at noon. I'm not exactly sure when the matches are going to be over, but once the matches are over, hey, what's up, Zaz? Good to see you. But yeah, once the matches are over, we're going to have a after pool party as well as a dungeon tour. So if you guys don't know what the dungeon is, it's the place where I train at. And if you've never been there, the simplest way I could say it is it's pretty much like an arm wrestling museum. There's stuff from definitely from the 80s, maybe 70s, but definitely 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the way up until 2025. Stuff with John Brezink, Travis Bajan, Tim Bresnan, a whole bunch of people. Oh, how you doing, guys? What's up, Cora? That's how you say it. How you doing, Tegan? Yeah, so if you guys want to pull with some of those athletes Friday, your first chance would be after the pay-per-view. So you got to get your tickets. You got to buy tickets for the in-person events. If you guys want to grab tickets, remember it starts at noon Friday. You could hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook is Nicholas Stone, and Instagram is _ Team Stone 777. Hey, what's up, Mike? Oh boy, I appreciate that. Hopefully those customers are a fan of arm wrestling. But we'll find out in a little bit. Your second chance to pull some of the athletes from the pay-per-view will be after the tournament. Now, I'm not sure if everyone will be there. Most of them will. Some people have to fly home and start leaving home. But definitely Friday, if you want to pull those athletes, those high-level athletes, definitely check out the after poll. And remember, you guys got to get tickets. You got to buy tickets for the event. And also, the money from the pay-per-view, the event, and the money from the tournament will be given to a charity. The charity is for our teammate Danny, also known as Turtle Man. So we do the Turtle Man tournament in his honor. Whatever money we raise, we give it to his family, and his family puts it in a college fund. Hey, what's up, Ivan? Good to see you. Hopefully, I know you'll be at Turtle Man, so hopefully I'll see you then. Maybe before practice. There's practice Tuesday and Saturday in Connecticut. If you're ever around on those days. But last year, I know it's more. I can't remember the exact number, but I know we raised over 6,500. So our goal for this year is to raise more than that. It's going to be challenging, but I definitely think we could do it. If you guys haven't seen already, the rules of the tournament is going to be a little different. The base is going to be the same, but there's going to be a few slight changes. The first thing is the start cadence. So there will not be a ready go. There is no ready. The cadence is going to be don't move with a slight pause. So don't move, go. That's what it's going to be. There's going to be a slight pause in between with no ready. Also, too, I don't know if we're going to be able to enforce this or if it's going to be too much. One thing I was thinking of doing is having the refs, once they square the shoulders up, if you start carving in hard before the go and the ref has to go back to your shoulder to, just to square you up again, it will not be a warning. There is no warnings in the super matches or tournaments. There's 0 warnings, just fouls. You have 3 fouls. But if they have to square you up a second time after already squaring up, that will be a foul. I'm not sure how well that's going to go, if it's going to be good or bad, but I think right now what I'm thinking is we're going to do in person. I think my match is going to be first. If there is any bugs or problems with the rules or any of stuff like that, we can adjust either during my match or after. This way, the other athletes will not have the same potential problem if there is any. Because there's a couple decently sized changes to the event. Oh, I won't be looking at the shoulders, Mike, because I'm not reffing. Maybe in the tournament I'll do some reffing. But that's a foul. That's an automatic foul if you're talking like that. So let's see. What else is there? What else? So we said there's 3 fouls. So there's going to be 3 fouls, no warnings. So if you early start, it's going to be just a foul, no warning. You have 3 fouls. It's also going to be a running foul system. Now, one thing I'm still trying to figure out, I'm trying to prevent, what do they call them? Professional fouls. What I mean by that is Now, these people are not cheating. It's still in the rules, but I'm just personally not a fan of it because I don't like when someone has to stop arm wrestling to foul. If a foul happens when you're arm wrestling, that's fine. But I have a problem where, at least as a fan, when the match is starting, this is the elbow pad, ready to go. They don't get the position they want, so they just pick their elbow up, get a stop and a restart. What I'm going to do is if anybody pulls off a professional foul, so with the running fouls, it gets a little tricky because if they pick their elbow up, it's still running foul. But if it becomes a giant, so like say if someone picks their elbow up, it's super obvious. They could tell they're just picking it up and then they hit. So if they pick their elbow up and then follow through with a hit, and this has to be obvious where every single ref, there's going to be 3 refs, every single ref there has to be no discrepancy that the refs know that it was obvious and an unsportsman. We're going to call it an unsportsman foul. That will be 2 fouls. Now that's not set in stone. I'm just that's what I'm thinking. One thing I'm trying to do with the rules is I'm trying to make rules where if someone fouls, if there is a foul, there is no reward for fouling. There's a slight cost. So instead of getting like a get out of jail free card, there's going to be a cost. Now, I also would like to try to have the rule set where if someone does not foul, they will have more options than the athlete that did foul. I'm still working out the rules. I'm going to have to do some more trial and error to see how, live matches kind of go with practice. Let's see, what else? So we get the rules, the running fouls. Another thing too. Now all these unsportsman fouls have to be obvious. They can't be, if they can't tell, it's just going to be a regular foul. If someone drags their arm off the back of the pad, like if they drag their arm off and their wrist, the table is down to here. That might be. We'll have to mess around with it. We'll have to see. But I'm just trying to eliminate people manipulating the rules that I'm making to still kind of do professional fouls. Let's see, Ivan. Yep, yeah. I guess he's one of them. He's one of the guys. But it definitely works. It definitely worked out for him in the past. I think he's definitely won his last couple of matches. So he's doing good. Also, too, I think it will be, I'm trying to make the matches have as much action as possible with as minimal stoppage as possible. So, for example, we're going to have 3 refs. The head ref is going to be worried about the setup. On the start, we'll have one ref watch one elbow pad, the other ref watch the other pad. If there's a ready go and both athletes pop, there is no giant advantage gained where it's super obvious. The match will be live with offsetting fouls. If one athlete fouls without a giant advantage gain, so like say someone fouls and they get the guy almost to the pin, that will be a regular stop and a foul. But if the guy fouls and they kind of stay, it's centerish, maybe a little on, his side, that will be a live match. No, I take that back. That will be it will still be a match, but it will be be a running foul. So it will be up to the athlete that did not foul. They have the choice to continue to pull, or they can let it be a pin. Or if they don't want their arm to be stretched, they can talk to the ref and say, "Stop the match. I want a restart because of the running foul." So the athlete that did not foul will have options, as whereas the athlete that did foul is kind of up for, they will not have an advantage. There will not be an advantage. And if there was an advantage, it will be just a stop, a foul, and a restart. Now, I still got to play with a lot of these rules. But what do you guys think? What do you guys see any potential problems, any flaws so far in the rules? All right, let's see. So, if you guys don't know, there's going to be a sit-down class. Sit-down arm wrestling, to my knowledge, at least that I'm aware, this will be the first tournament with sit-down and stand up at the same time. Now, sit-down is only going to have, there's only going to be an under 200 and an over 200. I'm not sure how many people are going to jump in that class. So we're just going to start off with 2 classes, over and under. We'll see how that goes. Also, too, the sit-down table that we're going to have, Tom's bringing it. The benches that you sit on they can pop out. So if anybody is in a wheelchair, they can pull the wheelchair straight up to it. If I'm not mistaken, I think there is even a spot where the chair can be strapped to the table. Or if that doesn't work, you could definitely have someone stabilize the chair, during the match. So just keep that out there, in case anybody can't do stand up, there'll be an option for pretty much everyone, We're going to have, now all these classes are going to be depending on the turnout. There's going to be kids classes, teens classes. There's also going to be a junior class. So if you guys aren't familiar with what a junior class is ages 20 to 23. So that's something new we're going to add this year. I don't think, at least in our area, I don't think I've seen that class added. So we're going to see how that goes. I think that class will do pretty good. There's quite a bit of younger arm wrestling, so I think that class will be pretty popular. Oh, I stand corrected. I didn't know 98 already. They beat me to it with the sit down. Who won the sit down at the 98 tournament? Ivan. If I had to guess, I'd probably say I forgot his last name. Joe, Big Joe. That'd be my guess. Maybe even Pedro. Maybe Pedro's a big fan of sit down. This year also too, another new thing we're adding is the winner of the overall. There's going to be 2 overalls, left and right. The 2 people that win, left and right, they will be guaranteed a spot at the next pay-per-view event. I would like to do another one, maybe 3 months, something like that, 3-4 months. I think that's a doable time frame. Yep, I knew it. Big Joe won. Yeah, that's that. he's I bet he's even harder to deal with on the sit down table, style wise. Plus, there's less options you have when you sit down. There's less wheels in play. So the overalls, if you win the overalls, you'll be guaranteed a spot on the pay-per-view. For the next pay-per-view, the only people that are eligible for the overall will be pro classes. So only a pro class. Masters will not be in it this year. They weren't in last year. So if you want a chance on the pay-per-view and to be an overall, you have to do a pro class. I was debating on whether or not to put the Masters in the overall. But right now, my biggest concern is the tournament's gonna be in Steel Beach Gym. So the potential of having a lot of very, very strong people that are new are very high. So I think that Masters class, it might be a lot of new people, that just happen to be over 40. The Masters class is always tricky, because it's either a bunch of world champions that are, that just happen to be 40, or it's your first timer. It's the strong dad that, just happens to walk by one day and hops in. So that the Masters class is tricky because it's either full of world champions or strong first timers. So maybe I'll change it. Maybe I'll change it depending on how the day looks. Maybe we'll put Masters in depending on how it looks or the turnout. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's see. So on the Supermatch card so far, what's your favorite match? What's your guys' favorite match on the card? What do you think is going to be the biggest? What do you think could be the biggest upset? Is there any matches that you think might be a mismatch? Is there any matches that you're super excited for? I'm curious. What do you guys think? Hey, what's up, Small? Good to see you. Super Matches pay-per-view tournament. Now there will be on the stage at the tournament. There will be 3 tables on the main stage. The kids' tables will be off to the side, as well as the sit-down will be off to the side. Right now, what the plan is we will have 3 tables running at the same time, and then we're going to take it from there. Yeah, Small. That Sam Mitchell and Brian Malek match is going to be very, very interesting. How do you see it going? Who's winning that? Oh yeah, Mike. Those are good matches. Now, when you say Ron, you talking about Chief? Or you talking about Assassin? I'm assuming Chief. You talking about both arms? I mean, Chief and Black Eyes. That should be very interesting. I mean, one guy, as you know, is full power. He's got a wicked hit, and you might not know Black Eyes. He won't get tired. He'll pull for forever. Also, Kyla and Candy Passmore, Kyla Ward and Candy Passmore. I'm excited for that match. one's kind of like the young gun, and one's kind of, a little bit more of a veteran. One's doing her first super match, and Candy she's got to have at least 5. I would think at least 5. Maybe even more. Let's see. Yeah, both round. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, at least from what I hear, I think the match with Bill and the assassin Ranamini, I think people are definitely counting Ron out. At least from what I hear, people think that's a mismatch. Now, maybe I'm a little biased because pretty much my first year of arm wrestling was with Assassin. And I keep on saying this, most people, they've only seen the fun version of Ron. They haven't seen the serious version of Ron. So I think this potentially could be one of the most entertaining matches on the card, is Bill and Assassin. So I'm very excited for that match. As soon as we decided to do the pay-per-view, that was probably the first match that popped in my mind. But let's see. Yeah, it's going to be close. I know Bill and Ron have pulled them before. I think I'm almost positive they have, and I think Bill did get the upper hand last time. But I'm excited to see the real match too, Mike. What do you guys hear about the replacement match? Do you guys hear about the replacement athlete for Brendan? This is going to be a right arm match. Originally, James was going to pull left. He's going to pull Peasy left, but now we're going to switch to the right, and we are going to do a right hand best of 5 where James is pulling Tim Lewis. So it should be interesting. I appreciate Tim for stepping up. He hopped in. He very, very quickly. There were a lot of people that reached out, so I'm very thankful to all the people that reached out. I just feel right now Tim was probably the best bet for an opponent in terms of putting on a good show for the pay-per-view. One guy, James, is more of a speedy guy, as well as whereas Tim is more of a stopping power. He wants the match to stop, and then he wants to start it, But, yeah, if you guys have any questions for me, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Any questions about the tournament, what times it start, weigh-ins, anything like that. And guys, don't forget, practice is Tuesday, 5 p.m. Now, I got a match coming up. One of my matches is actually my only match is going to be September 5th. I will be doing a 1 versus 3. The 3 athletes on the team of 3 is Damien, John, and Andrew. These guys are some of the top guys in the area. I know Damien is number 2 super heavyweight, only behind Jerry Caderet. John might be tied for third or fourth, because I know Chris is there. Chris has got a ton of experience, so he might be tied for 3rd or 4th with Chris. And Andrew, he's from Pennsylvania. He's got some good power. He's got some good speed. He might be the biggest guy on the team, maybe by like 5-10 pounds. But I know John's got the biggest arms, and he's got the biggest arms out of all four of us, and he's the lightest, if I'm not mistaken. So it should be interesting. It should be interesting. This is going to be a right arm match. The way it's going to go down is I'm not exactly sure. We're still working out the details, but this is the main part. So I'll pull every athlete. There'll be every round will be a new athlete. So say round 1, I'll pull athlete A. Round 2, I'll pull athlete B. Round 3, athlete C, and then repeat the process. Now, if the team of 3 has a game plan, they don't have to go ABC. They can do anything they want. If they want to go athlete A, that's fine. They can definitely do that. They could jump around anywhere they want. One thing I was thinking is, I don't know if this would work or not, just in terms of more entertainment side, is allowing wrestling to do like a tag in. I was thinking about allowing each athlete one tag in where an athlete can switch out during the round. I'm not completely sure about that, but just something that popped in my mind a couple days ago to make it a little more challenging. So like, say if we have a tough round, there's no, say round 1 we have a match, there's no pin, but there's it's a long match, and there happens to be some type of stoppage, or somehow the athlete can tag the guy in, or just say ref switch, and they could switch out in the same round. Now, I'm not sure how that's going to work, or if that's going to be in it, but that's just something that could be making more challenging, more fun. But I'm not sure. I think I might do either, maybe 3 pins. So if they pin me 3 times, they win. If I pin them 6 times, I win. That's what I think. That's how I think it's going to go. But yeah, guys, it should be a good time. Should be an exciting time. Oh, I might have missed that last one. I can't remember. Small. You practicing with Sam today? Yeah, I hope he shows up too. He's got a match. He better be showing up to practice. You can't be missing training now. It's almost time to rest. It's almost time to rest pretty soon. So this is when you want to definitely get the training and the last of the training. Let's see. I guess I'll just talk about weigh-ins. If you guys want to weigh in early, there's going to be a few options. Now, the times, you're going to have to message me to lock in a time, because I'll be kind of all over the place Friday. So Friday, if you guys come to the pay-per-view, now noon is going to be the earliest you can weigh in on Friday. It's 24-hour early weigh-in, nothing more. So noon will be the earliest you can weigh in. So that being said, you're going to have to wait until after the pay-per-view is done, after the matches. So if you want to weigh in first, you're going to have to come to the pay-per-view, get the tickets, enjoy the event, spend some time with the athletes, and then as soon as the pay-per-view is done, as long as you let me know ahead of time, I'll be able to weigh in. I'll be able to set you up, weigh in, get your weight down for the tournament. If you guys can't make the pay-per-view event, I will be setting up with the team Friday night. at Steel Beach Gym. The location is on the Facebook page, the Turtle Man 2 Facebook page. Right now, what it's scheduled at is I will be getting there at 7 p.m. To start setting up. I don't think I'll be able to get there any earlier. I may be a little late, but 7 is what the plan is. I don't think it's going to take more than I think we got a good amount of guys helping, so I don't think it's going to take more than 2 hours to set up. So I think 9 o'clock may be the latest. But like I said before, if you're showing up to early weigh-ins, definitely message me before you go, because we may finish early setting up and leave at 8. So definitely message me to set up a time to make sure that I'm there, and or at least somebody's there with the scale. Hey, what's up? What's up, Rob? Yeah, cash would be better for the tournament and the pay-per-view. I can do Zeal and Cash App. Those are the ones I have right now. If you have that works. Cash is definitely a lot easier though. Yeah, I got Cash App and Zeal. We have we've been using one of our teammates PayPal. It's not mine. It's one of the teammates for donations. So if it comes to it, we can even use that PayPal. If it comes to it, it's under one of our teammates. But yeah, man. Hopefully we see you there. Should be a good time. So earlier the weigh-ins. Another rule we're going to add this year is athletes with their non-arm wrestling hand may not touch the strap. So they can't adjust it. They can't hold it. There is no touching the strap with their offhand. So if you need to adjust the strap, the refs will do it. You need to communicate with the refs. Now, they won't be able to make it perfect. They're going to try to make it as close to fair as possible. It's not going to be perfect, but you cannot touch the strap, otherwise it will be a foul. Let's see. I got the rules written down somewhere, or part of them. I got the rules in my phone right now. I can't pull it up right now. So this is something. This may be a little challenging to set up, but right now, what I'm thinking is, you have 15 seconds to get your grip. If the athletes cannot get their own grip in 15 seconds, there will be it will go to a referee set grip, not a full referee's grip, a referee set grip, where they, thumbs, fingers, go, as long as it's not covering knuckle or anything like that. In another 15 seconds, if these athletes cannot get their grip, there will be a full traditional referee grip where the referee closes everything. Another thing I forgot to say in the beginning. The first thing the referee will ask both athletes is if they look like they have a grip. They will ask both athletes, "Are you good? Are you good?" Both athletes must say yes or no. If both athletes say yes, I'm good with this grip, the next thing that will be is the don't move, go. Now, if one guy says, yes, I'm good, and the other guy says, no, I'm not good, the referee will adjust them, move them, make sure no one's covering, all that stuff. and then the time frame will go. So if it's over 15, it goes to ref set. If it's over 30, it goes to a full ref script. Yeah, Rob, so there's no warnings. 0 warnings. 3 fouls, 0 warnings. Warnings, maybe in my mind, the warnings kind of get too crazy. I mean, sometimes it's like you have, if you have 2 fouls, 2 warnings, it's kind of like you got 9 warnings, But yeah, I'm trying to make it super simple. Anything that was a warning before will just be a foul. Let's see what else. If now this is not set, this is what I'm thinking. If one athlete wants to go straight to a referee's grip, they can say referee's grip and it will go straight to a referee's grip. I'm not exactly sure on that one. We might not have that one, but I'm gonna make the final decision pretty soon. Now, if one athlete wants the strap and the other athlete does not want the strap, there will be no strap applied. If both athletes want the strap will be applied. All slips go to strap as long as there's no unsportsmanlike foul. Yeah, any other questions on the super matches or the tournaments, let me know. Probably stay on for a couple more minutes. Only got a little bit of the pre-workout left. But let's see. Now, let's see. This just popped in my head. I mean, I was thinking about it for the last week or two. Now, there might be video review. For the super matches and for the tournament. But now, the referee review, the only camera that we will use to review is the camera that we have. So, any camera recording from anybody besides the camera we're using will not be used to do the video review. Also, too, if you decide to that you want a video review, you have to put I was thinking like $50 as collateral. For instance, this. So what I'm trying to avoid is hundreds of reviews. It's just too much time. So I want the person that is going to do the review to be confident enough to risk at least $50. If that athlete gets the review and their call is right, like they get it reversed, they will get their money back and the call reversed. But if that athlete is wrong, that $50 will be taken and given to the charity. Now that $50 is mostly for time, because we're going to have to stop the tournament, or we're going to have to stop something, maybe not the full tournament, but at least one table. So if you want to, now we're not 100% sure, but if there is video review, that's how it's going to be. Hey, what's up, Woody UK? How you doing? So if there is video of you, that's how it's going to be. You got to be confident enough to risk $50. Otherwise, I think, you know, every call will be a video review. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. So guys, I think I'm gonna maybe another 2 minutes or a minute or two. So if you guys got any questions, let me know. I'm gonna try to do a live before every lift. I'm gonna talk about the Turtle Man 2, the super matches. Anything else you guys want to talk about, let me know in the comments. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about today. Remember, practice Tuesday, 5 p.m. And, yep. I think that's it, guys. So, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.